Magic. Okay. So it'll be on remote with the Storm Audio. So close the door. Out of the way, Magic. Magic's interested in the project. Okay, I can't reveal the other part of what I'm doing here, otherwise that's going to be a giveaway. You've all seen a mixer before, but that's neither here or there. It's the other part of what I'm doing. Well, this is a very crude part of the test. Need the what's it? Wow. It's a bit dark out here, I can hardly see. Anyway, no. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So that. Okay. I'm going to turn it around now. Okay, let's go to the Storm Audio. And sure. Hang on. I'm just going to make sure everything else is connected. There's nothing else missing here. It's just a basic test because I won't be using the other outputs here at the moment because I know they're not connected. Those are still connected to the other things. So let's turn that on. It should be go active now with the pink noise. Oh yeah, it works. that's interesting. Yeah. It's just that. Set that up there. Oh yeah. That is interesting. Okay. Let's turn that one off. Turn that one on. Oh yes, I can hear that difference. Oh, well, I definitely got some way there to change. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Let's turn that one down. Listen to that, so let's put it equal both sides. Put that one equal. All right, fade that one down. I think I'm going to have to get a different what's it here, because I'm using, there's got effects on this. Oh yeah, but it works. Okay, it works. The idea actually works. Okay, let's turn that pink noise off now. Unplug the mystery. Of course, yeah. If you can figure out what I was doing, well then you're smart as me then. That was a first. That was a first in home cinema EQ listening room testing. That was a first. Now all I have to do is I'm just gonna okay, turn that around now. Hide the Oh, Madge. Okay. Go on, Madge. So you can figure out what the heck I was doing. Then, yeah, you're cleverer than I am. Okay. This idea's been on my mind for at least a year. And in the last couple of months, it's been on my mind again. But I never thought I'd want to try it, but I thought it would be anyway, it actually works. I'm surprised. Well, it should. There's no reason why it shouldn't have worked. Okay. All right. But you can't do it in the room. You've got to be isolated. All right, connect these back up to this other mixer. Okay. Let's tidy this up. Oh, boy. That's exhausting me. It's absolutely exhausting me. Oh. God, come on. Let's tidy it up. Put down there. Whew. Wow. Oh, just relax now. Oh, get yourself a drink. Oh, celebrate the prototype testing. Yeah, it's just like Back to the Future. Marty, I got a great science project idea. 125 gigawatts. Okay, so what I need to do, take a few, get another device, and then I'll. How many bloody audio mixers have I got? Crying out loud. Oh. Okay. Let's have a look at what they got here. So this has got to be can't have a bloody reverb effect on it. The idea works, but I can't have a bloody reverb, a bloody effect on an audio mixer. Catalog, okay. Mixers. Digital rack, the audio analog mixers. Let's have a look what they got there. That's got an effect on it. It's got to be somewhere you can actually bypass. You can't exactly bypass it on that one, nor on the other one. Got that other audio mixer, but that's only that hasn't got phantom power on it. No, I don't want those. Too large. Something small, something 4-channel or 6-channel. Oh gosh. What they got a 1-channel one? Oh, what's this one? Can't use that. That's another 4-channel, but that's got the same. What's it? I don't know. I could filter it out in my mind. I could filter the what's it out in my mind. Otherwise, is that the same as? No, that's a Mark II version or something. Similar to the other audio mixer I got. I think that's like a Mark II version. Let's have a look at it. Same layout, more or less, on the pan pots and the gain levels. Except over on that side. No, I don't think it's going to be able to. I'll just have to go with what I've got. I'll do some more testing later because it takes quite a bit to set it up. Plus a few other ideas where I can do around the room. Because it's not often easy to hear it very close nearby. We've only got one pair of ears, one head, one noodle, one pair of ears. And if I wanted to get near and close and personal with this, to at least a typical 3 screen or even a 5 screen, because I'd need another. I could use the other mixer, but I could use that, but you know, and then getting besides just seeing little frequency things and thinking, but can I actually hear it a little bit more closer up? Yeah, and plus a lot more beside that. I'll be able to do that, yes. And then have the signal also feeding into the RTA, so I can hear it up close, and I'll be able to see it in the same sense, in the same way as I've been seeing it before, up close with an RTA. But now I'll be able to hear it up close, what it actually sounds like. But I'm not really saying anything new here. If you could figure it out what I'm doing, then yeah, well then, great. Otherwise, I don't see anyone else doing this on YouTube. I don't see. I've not read anything where it's been tested. I wouldn't be surprised if it has been, but it's probably been long forgotten. Probably might be a technique tried many years ago, but long forgotten. I wouldn't even know what the keyword is, so what the technique is, or what someone would have given it a name, you know, so you could look it up. Yeah, but it works. It works. But you can't be in the room when you're doing it, because you'll get true and false. You've got to be out of the room. You know, you've got to be outside the room. Really, when you do EQ and in any room, you shouldn't even be in the room itself, because you'll only be interfering with those little frequency nuances. You'll only be interfering with it. You know, you got to remain. Well, actually, you can't remain still. You're filling a seat up. You know, that's when it's done in cinema professional. At least when I saw it done when I was at Warner Brothers, the auditoriums were completely utterly empty, and all the EQ done was done up in projection on one floor. So you know, technician. It took him to EQ a cinema auditorium 2 days. It's a lot of hard work, that. I'm sure he would have appreciated using something like what we have now today, and probably think, gosh, I could do it now in less half that time. You know, you got to, you know, it's very careful sort of thing to EQ. It's very amusing, very amusing. I even assisted the guy because, you know, I like sound. I'm interested. I'm into it. You know, so when I'm not doing anything else, you know, cleaning platters down and getting other equipment bloody ready with all the other projection team, I just say, hey, I'm interested in sound and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, hey, you wouldn't mind just quickly running that, because he was a bit older than me, so he's probably not as quick and lean to running around, because you got to literally run down to the auditorium, or run down the stairs, run down through the corridor, find the auditorium number, then go in and then run up the stairs and then move the microphone. Please, could you move it just from that position over there and move it over to this position? Because he was obviously dissatisfied with what he was seeing on the RTA. So it's not an easy sort of thing to sort of do. You need an assistant to move the microphone, but you've got to be outside of the auditorium. You can't be inside it. No breathing noises, no sounds whatsoever. It's got to be absolutely isolated. Otherwise, there's no point doing it, because you're only going to fudge the readings on the a very primitive Goldmar or something it was, RTA analyzer, which is only about that size. Only about that size. It read series of LEDs, and you got different frequency curves to adjust, and one was an X curve, so you get the pink noise out, and then you got the LEDs going, and then you got to get these LEDs in specific order, going up and then across and then down a little bit and then down a little bit more. You got to get it in that order. And it takes, it takes a while. It takes a while to do it. Yeah, it's all great stuff. I don't think I need to change it. I'll just stick with what I got. Just stick with what I got. I can't see anything bloody there on their list. On their blimmin'. Something like that. But that looks like a passive box, that by the looks of it, I think. So what's this one? Has it got, I don't know, has it got phantom power on it? Oh, it's got a input on it, so it must have phantom power. What's the microphone inputs? TRS. That's not a problem, because I could put a TRS adapter on the end of the XLR connector and convert it to a tip ring sleeve, TRS. It's got an output on it, so basically, but can't do any. Yeah, it's pretty basic. That can't do any. Hasn't got any pan pots on it. Nah, I can't pretty much do anything with that one. Anyway, I'll just stick with what I've got. Question is, when do I do the next test? When do I actually do the test next? The next test, crikey. I need some XLR cable that's at least 5 meters, because I've only got, how many meters is these cables? I think these are 5. I probably need about, so gosh, I need a little bit longer cable, because there's no way these cables are going to reach way up there and then they're going to reach outside the door. I've got to have at least 1 meter slack at the other end. But the other part of the test would be, really all the equipment here should be in the kitchen. But then where's the fun in that? But anyway, it's just a pet project, prototype idea I've been playing around with. It works, because I was very skeptical whether it would work or not. Anyway, I'm just going to relax, because I've got heart issues, so I'm just going to relax. Take it easy. Of course, I've got another project idea. It's too bad this room is too small. Too bad it is too small, not large enough. Of course, it would take an enormity in driver, sub-bass driver type, the way it's got to be concealed and virtually hidden, more or less. It'd be like having an air conditioning system that you can't hear, and you can only feel a certain portion of the thing. Because typically in every bloody home cinema I've seen, or any cinema or whatever, there's always one thing element that's missing.
Not that I don't think it's achievable to, because they'd have to make specially engineered net film mixers for it, because you just can't, you know, get what you get, try to, you just cannot expect to get, you'll only, it's got to be specifically engineered. That's why I think the LFE, the LFE point one is pretty much obsolete now, because when you think of it, that Dolby sort of sub bass thing, sort of thing that came around in 1977, and then all it's gone through the process over the decades is just remodeling and reshaping it, going from 70 mil into Dolby Digital, where it's virtually not changed in Dolby Atmos. That frequency range has not even changed. Dynamics hasn't even changed. It can, because when it goes from 70, it was more or less something like 200 hertz down to about maybe 30 or maybe 25 hertz. And then when it went to Dolby Digital, they changed the frequency range, lowered it down to about 120, and extended it all the way down to 5 hertz. And with Dolby Digital, it's just got about a 10 dB about, I don't know, compared to 70 mil and Dolby Digital, I think it's 70 mil would be about here. There's some graphs there are showing like 35 optical soundtrack will be down here, and then Dolby Stereo A type would be a little bit higher, Dolby SR a little bit higher, 70 millimeter a little bit more higher, Dolby Digital just a little bit higher. But really, the signal, the whole damn frequency, that hasn't changed since 1992. They come up with this Atmos best ever, and yet we're still stuck with 0.1 channel, not like a 0.2, a 0.3 and so on. Oh, they might have a sub bass thing for the surround, but that's just taking a box, connecting it on, taking the signals, and then feeding it into a box. It's not an actual discrete signal. It's like doing the same cheap way they do with IMAX. They don't even have an LFE. They just have left, center, right, their surround, an upper center channel, and that's it. And then they take all that signal and then just stuff it into a sub bass box, and then out through the sub bass speakers. The sub bass is, if anyone's seen those demos they do in those IMAX 70 cinemas with a spotlight pointing at the speaker, and then you got the music playing jazz, and then it goes over to another speaker, and then it plays a different kind of musical instrument, and then so on and so on and so on. That demo thing only lasts about a couple of minutes, but it's interesting. But a bit of a cheat with IMAX, bit of a, I think they're a bit cheap. Because there's a thing with the upper center channel. How many people are going to notice it? And does it, and how often is it active? If it's discrete, how often is it active? Is it fully active all the time, or does it only come on because, to be honest, I can't say I've ever noticed it at the local 70 mil IMAX when it was when I've seen, oh god, what have I seen? Cyberworld, Haunted Castle, Everest, Ghost of the Abyss. I think the other one was Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Cretaceous or something. I'm not doing bad so far with 5. Did I mention Cyberworld? I think I did. Oh gosh. But they just kept showing the same thing over and over. And I saw those things quite a few times because I thought they were kind of yeah, kind of interesting, you know, but bass wise, not even near or close to UCI at High Wycombe THX Cinema, not even near or close. And that was a small auditorium compared to the one downtown, which was probably only 400 or 500 seats. But wasn't near. And I've seen quite a lot, and I'll get occasional bit of bass I can feel there, and the SBL meters showing about 110, 115 and such, whatever on the SBL meter. But nothing as hard or constant, continuous as High Wycombe. That was bass. Oh, crikey. Yeah, what other? I think the old one was G-Force or plain G-Force or something. And most of these titles you can't even get on DVD. Like Cyberworld, you can't even get that on DVD. And all it is just little snippets of like The Simpsons and some other sort of thing like Pet Shop Boys, and it only lasts 30 minutes. But you can't even get that on. It's not even on Laserdisc or DVD. I've not even seen it on YouTube. Oh, yeah. But you can get Haunted Castle, and most of those short 30-minute IMAX movies they did with space shuttles and whatever, Titanic deep sea dives and Egyptian pyramids and things like that, and Everest. I don't know about Everest. I'm not sure if you can get that on DVD. I think it's only available on Laserdisc. So, what should I be doing next? I think what I remember hearing, what I remember analysing, and I think I'll take that data and I'll see what I can. I've got to make it a little bit more. So it's not easy when you're one person and you got to do this. It's especially when you got heart issues. It can be very strenuous on myself. Some days I'm okay. Some days I'm absolutely lousy. Can't figure it. Oh shoot! Just got to remember what time is it. It's just gone 2000 hours. I've got to take my medication. Oh. Keep out of the medication. Keep away from those drugs there. Brilliant. 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 Okay. Just relax. The heart symbol. The heart. Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably a bit easier that way. Heart. Yeah. Yep. Oh, brilliant. I just see there someone's managed to eject. Oh, good. Well, I won't miss you. Happy trails. Obviously didn't have thick skin. Probably an Abyss fan. I'm an Abyss fan. I'm just not a fan of AI and rubbish near field mixing. I mean, really, what's the point of all these home theatres putting great sound system together? Okay, so-called great sound system, whatever, and then you just keep buying these near field mixes. Oh, they got bass there, sort of, but when you compare it to the Laserdisc, you'll be like reaching to turn down the volume because it might be a little bit too much for you. Or no, basically, you just got to redesign the system. You know, it's going to be a little bit too much. And most people have probably got their gain levels incorrectly set, or they don't know how to do sound rehearsal testing. So you just get it and just stick it in the player and you just play it and think, oh, that was great. But most people have sold their Laserdisc, sold their DVD, and they've probably forgotten, like, well, damn, that DVD it's still got some dynamic range on it. But the blue 4K disc, oh, lossless audio. Are they sure it's lossless and not lossy audio? Because it sounds like listening to a lossy or lossless audio, lossy audio. It's like, where the bloody hell's half the dynamic range gone to? They've thrown it out the window, the bloody mixers, haven't they, with James Cameron saying, oh, let's water it down for a sound bar mix. Because that's what they sound like. It sounds like they're mixed for a bloody sound bar. Oh, dear. And then when you compare the Laserdisc, oh, dear, bloody hell. That's just got a little bit more dynamic range on it. Oh. So it's not too bad on the DVD. I'd embrace the DVD. You know, so what if it's got some video noise artifact issue? So what? There's nothing wrong with the picture being, you know, like that size when it should be like that size, like a 16:9 encode. That's why every TV's got a thing or a projector where you can expand the image. I don't see anything wrong with that. You got to remember, 35mm film at the end of the day is so bloody tiny. But it's amazing when you actually look at it, when you're a projectionist and you're actually looking it up close and you see how pure the color is and the detail resolution on it. And as well as the smell, that, you know, because it's got a smell to it, you know. Oh dear. Oh, but that was decades ago. That's almost 30. I'm retired. I haven't done that shit since the late 1998. Started 89 and I finished 1998. Oh, brilliant days those were. Oh. All right. can't play projectionist today if you're one of those kiddies on Blu-ray.com. You can't play projectionist. You got to find a cinema that's actually showing, it's actually got the equipment. Otherwise, everywhere you look, it's DCP rubbish, digital rubbish, 4K junk. Oh dear. If Sir David Lean were around, his eyes would be rolling. That isn't cinema. Get my Lawrence of Arabia off that screen. Because that's what they show today, isn't it? In some places, they'll show a digital version of Lawrence of Arabia. Abomination! Very few cinemas are going to be showing it in 70mm if it's a 6-track mag. And these ones that are 70mm but got DTS on it, no, I've not seen one film that's 70mm DTS. Never will, because that's not 70mm. If it's with 6-track mag, that's 70mm. Not interested in digital soundtrack being accompanied with just for the sake of new films, just to lure people back into a cinema. There's a nice quality of sound with the 6-track mag and the presentation that goes with it. Though there have been some, but there have been some that are anyway, those days are gone. But now I can see they over the last 10 or more so years, they slowly try to bring it back in, because they're probably seeing the cinema audience declining. And yeah, it's like the BH2 downtown. That place is hardly busy. You walk through the corridors on the upstairs where all the cinemas are screened. You go down one corridor where there's so many screens. Then you go down another corridor, or very kind of, it's not really much of a corridor in any case. It's pretty near to where all the where the escalator is, where it goes up, where it goes from the ground floor and then goes up. And then you look around, there's a few screens there. Then you walk down another part, and then you go down a corridor. It's pretty empty. And they don't even have any seat in there for you to sit down on. Oh, so uncomfortable and unsociable. Bloody seats to sit down. All they got are these stupid video screens with a poster showing what bloody movie's coming next or whatever. But no fault to mine of putting some seating down, for crying out loud. You either got to sit on the bloody floor and cross your legs. Oh, that's very nice. That's very comfortable. And then when you go into those auditoriums, and I've been in all 10 of them, including the one I was in, screen number 9 with that Dune rubbish part 2. I had to wear earplugs, and then I had to walk out of it because I got so bloody bored with that trash that was playing, that atrocious soundtrack. It was just noise. There was no detail. It was just noise. And I thought, well, bloody hell, I'll leave my friends there. They're back there for their hearing to get perforated. And I walked around the other screens and peeked inside because it's easy. There are no usherettes. Or the only time you see an usherette is when they're walking down a corridor with a dustbin or a trolley, and they're just, and that's it. It's not like how it once was years ago, where it was a little bit more active and busy. It's like the only way you see it a little bit kind of active is on the ground floor. You got to go out the bloody order. Well, there's not much difference there really between anyway. Oh dear, but going in those auditoriums, bloody hell, there were hardly any people in it. They were hardly full. I see a 200-seat auditorium, and there's only like a couple of people in it. And I'll go into the screen number 10 again, the Atmos iSense that doesn't make any sense at all. And I'll just look at glance and think, bloody hell, there's hardly any people in there. Oh, it's a big epic film of the week, isn't it? And it's hardly full. Yeah. Because everyone knows, bloody hell, if that was the Empire Strikes Back in its day, the bloody auditorium would be packed. God. And the amount of bump into the management, and the management say the BH2 is the second or third most popular multiplex in the United Kingdom. And I'm looking around, and I've been looking around, and it's been hardly full, hardly busy. Give it a little bit less than 10 years, and cinemas are just going to frizzle out. Because most people want to watch movies on streaming. Myself, I don't really care for streaming. I don't care for brand new movies. I just want to buy Laserdisc because I can't trust all this near field mix rubbish. I don't want near field mixes, bloody hell. But it's very rare. You might get a theatrical mix on DVD. Very rare. Or very rare, or ultra rare. You might get it on a Blu-ray disc. Ultra rare. That the dynamics are almost compare that you compare them with the Laserdisc, but the Abyss. Oh no, forget about it. It's total bloody watered down near field. Anyway, over and out.